Turkey boy, you spend so long in America. What's your opinion about life in Grenada? How have we advanced? Tell me what progress you see. What's your opinion? Express it openly. Well, my friend, I can't deny there is progress to be seen. Let me explain clearly so you can understand what I mean. There are ways in which our nation has gone forward rapidly, yet I see mixed and uncertain destiny. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way, truly I can tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have an international input like other nations. We have come a long way. We can play our music on 3 local radio stations. We have come a long way. We had several years ago developed local industries. We have come a long way. We have a cricketer playing now on the West Indies. What with retrenchment and unemployment figures on the rise, government's incompetencies among the people's cries. It is time to face the music, my friend, and realize we have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. Yet we have a long way to go. Are you disappointed, my friend, at my reaction? We might disagree, but respect my opinion. Because that is one of the problems we have right here. People won't express themselves openly without fear. Sectarianism and party politics killing we dead. Artificial barriers prevent us from getting ahead. If we stop the ego trips and respect each other instead, we will be closer to social harmony. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you. We have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. I can tell you, we have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have a national college to promote higher learning. We have come a long way. Our people remain peaceful and very understanding. We have come a long way. We have promoted much local skill and talent in drama. We have come a long way. We have developed incentives to promote sports and culture. Yet when I see how we treat Papi Teta, local hero, after major contributions we turn our backs just so. If this is development, then my friend, I want you to know we have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. Yet we have a long way to go. My friend, if you feel that I have been away too long, and I have no facts, you have never been more wrong. When there are problems in the government or party, before they tell you, they come up to New York City.
I want to say a pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And how are we doing this afternoon?
Aspects we have never settled for second.
It is another class in session program. Yours truly, Royalty James. I'm here again.
Perennial struggle between righteous and iniquity. So you see, these answers are never easy. Aspects we have never settled for sex. We have come a long way. People, let me tell you, we have come a long
To the persons on my Facebook and YouTube page, I want to say good evening, good evening, good evening.
way.
I am here for another evening.
Tell you, we have
We are definitely going to get interactive as per usual.
come a long way. Local artists now get international recognition. We have come a long
To the persons over on my Facebook page, you guys can go ahead and share the live. Let them know that class is in session.
Foreign tourists travel every year to see our carnival. We have come a long way. We have Jericho, we got a original festival. Yet when I open the paper and see grand leg up for sale, Bank of Commerce next in line, privatization gone large scale. That don't seem to be like progress, so I will say in detail. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. Yet we have a long way to go. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. We have come a long, long way, but we have a long, long way to go. Long, long way to go. Yeah, 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 yeah.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I want to say good evening, good evening, good evening to each and every one of you. You guys are tuned in to another class in session program, and definitely we are going to get a bit interactive. To the persons on my Facebook page, I want to say good evening to you guys again. On my YouTube page, definitely I want to say good evening to each and every one of you. Getting interactive this evening, been having a conversation for the start of the week, and so we're definitely going to continue our conversation. Just in terms of updating, I want you guys to know that this Sunday, February 2nd at 6:30, the rescue mission will be on, and so there will be a community meeting in St. John's constituency at the St. John's RC School. Come and hear dynamic speaker like Honorable Clarice Modest Cohen for health as she speaks on conversation concerning health. You can come and hear our young and newly elected Amanda Japal in Youth Arms. She would be addressing issues concerning youth development. And our political leader, Sister Emmeline Pay, Honorable Ending Pay, would be addressing issues as it relates to unemployment and cost of living. Brother Alvin Daburo will touch on constituency matters. Sister Kate Skeeter Lewis, she's going to touch on social issues. And Dr. Mitchell, who is our party chair, he would touch on infrastructure. So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget this Sunday, you can go and be a part of this one. And on Friday, we have a get-together that we're inviting everyone to. It's an after-work lime. It's a free on entry and good vibes only. Food and drinks will be on sale. It would be at the NNP headquarters in Tempe. All right, so come out in your numbers and be a part of this one, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely we want to see each and every one of you guys that will be there. All right, so if you're just joining us, let them know that we are here again for another conversation this evening. Now let me start with a conversation that annoys me and have been annoying me for the past few days. Yes, now here in Grenada, we do have laws that governs, right? And it happened in recent days, and persons need to understand they have been going at a certain level that they need to ease their foot. As old people will say, cool your foot. Yes, the last time there was some issues as it relates to privacy and the invasion of privacy with an individual taking pictures at the Parliament building. Now there's another one that has arisen again. This one concerning Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. Now, this one is at the parliament, where apparently while at the parliament, somebody would have either forwarded her a message and she was paying attention to it. It was one of the sites that she was on. Now, there is also a circulation, and I don't know, and I want to say this in earnest. Yeah? I don't know whether or not, again, that anybody would have indicated to Tessa Sincere, Dr. Tessa Sincere, that the last general election, she was defeated at the polls. I don't know if anybody had told her, but there is a very sharp indication that she does not know. Notwithstanding that, nobody have indicated to her that she's not a member of the parliament or the cabinet in Grenada. I don't know if anybody has indicated that to her. But with all that has been mentioned, and as I would say on my program, we're very good friends, we could call ourselves. So as a good friend, I want to extend this advice to Sister Sincere. All that you are posting, I am wondering, from whence are you posting? From what area of productivity? Whether or not you're concerned, well, you have to be that you're a concerned citizen. Because the country doesn't run on parties affiliation, but more so on government administration responsibilities and roles. So, if as a citizen you wish to give kudos to the government and as to what they're doing and so on and so forth, you can do so. But I think at this stage, you have gotten a little bit exorbitant. Within the constituency in which you last contested, you lost and lost miserably. So the people of the constituency gave you a resounding no as it relates to selecting or electing you as the parliamentary rep. However, you're presently in a capacity that God alone knows from where are you working from. Because you're posting and you're putting up all kind of thing, but we're asking from whence are you posting from? Whether or not it's your party and your support and you are happy that they're getting things done, that is in your vein. But you posted a picture or pictures that was posted, and definitively in the background, it is the house, right, of Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. The area there is lit, as is well known, and there are lights that are proceeding or would have proceeded from just around Sister Lewis's area, go on down. In what you would have posted, you say, constituents have been requesting lights for the communities. Saturday morning movements based on that, identifying locations for installation of solar street lights. La Poterie, Central Tivoli, Ahoma, wherever. Please be patient as I continue to make necessary interventions on behalf of St. Andrews Northeast. In this regard, different areas are getting lights for the first time ever. Yes? And then she said, thanks for whomever and whomever. So, as a concerned citizen of the area and you're making inquiries, that is okay to be done. But let me say to you, Sister Kate Lewis is the present parliamentary representative for the area. The present parliamentary representative. I don't know if anybody have told you, but if anybody is in the back of the class and they're looking on or they're watching, please indicate that to Dr. Sincere for me. Cool your foot, my dear friend. Take it easy. I was one of the persons that indicated to you, even prior to the general elections, that there was no way you were going to win the seat that you're contesting. Yeah, I told you that, and you could recall me saying to you that you were not going to win the seat. And the persons within the constituency, St. Andrews Northeast, resoundingly on the 22nd denied any form of acceptance in which you would have applied for in terms of being the parliamentary representative. Right? So, the photos that you posted and the photos that you posted, there is over 4. I'm in possession of them. 1, 2, 3, well, 3 pictures. Well, 4 pictures. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even one where the minister's vehicle is parked there and in front is labeled movements. So they took off the number plate of the parliamentary rep and they put movements. Yeah? So as somebody said in the comment section, she knows very well what she's doing. You are constantly seeking the attention of the parliamentary representative. Yes? However, as a parliamentarian, she doesn't have the amount of free time and loose time that you have. She has a work to do because the persons would have elected her to do that work. Or she had been elected to get a job done, and so she's getting the job done. She's a hard-working woman. So the time that you have on your hand to post where you're eating roti and you go in day and you go in day, she doesn't have that time. Yes, there is a role and function that have been given to her resoundingly. And so we implore of you, our dear doctor, to please bat in your crease. Yeah? Bat in your crease, because the mere fact that the posting was done and you overshadowed her vehicle number by typing movements or putting movements there is a clear indication that you guys are aware as to what was being done. Yes? And knowing fully well that the parliamentary representative lives in that area, even if you want to take some kind of picture, yes, I think that your photographers could have done it in a much better way. Because when you look at the photos up to now, I don't see what is the relevance of the photos in the manner in which they were taken. Yes? The label that was posted is not the minister's vehicle, but Dr. Sinciere's vehicle. So she would have put movements in front of it. Yeah? So we can indicate to you now, Dr. Sincere, you're wasting your time. Because the photos that is posted, you're posting pictures or wanting to post pictures as it relates to solar lights. But where you have video is where you're standing, an individual is standing with their hand on their waist, 2 motor vehicles and the minister's vehicle. And I'm sorry. So no indication as to where that light going there. The other picture, same thing. Your vehicle, the individual, a grey vehicle in front, the minister's house is even more vivid in that picture. Another picture, there is a house on the side there, some little grass, again in the direction of the minister's house, of the representative's house. St. Andrews Northeast said no. Sister Sincere, St. Andrews Northeast said no. They don't want you there. Democratically, when given the opportunity to select you, they said no. And so they said to themselves, they believe that the proper representation that is needed in the House of Parliament would therefore come from Sister Kate Skeeter Lewis. You're not a minister of government. You're not a senator. You're not part of the cabinet. So it behooves me to ask the question as to in what capacity are you acting, in what capacity that they have you watching plays and they have you watching this. They have you watching thing. So, bat in your crease. Bat in your crease. Yeah? The time may come again. If your party decides to have you as a candidate again, the time may come again for you to lose again. The time will come. Yeah, because they say sometimes when you do something the first time, some people will be shocked, so they don't know. So then you have to reassure them. Yes? So all the nice fancy things that you've been doing and saying, and we're not in no way perturbed by your behavior. But what we're saying, when you're doing what you're doing, try not to implement our goodly representative in doing it. In whatever technological manner that it could have happened, you could have simply, there's so many things you could have done. Just like how you bury your vehicle number plate, so too you could have blow. Yes? You could have blow the area of the minister of the parliamentary representative's house. Bat in your crease. Take it easy. Take it easy. We realize that you're going with a lot of speed. You're like a vehicle without brakes going down a hill and hand brakes down too. We realize you're going with a lot of speed. Go ahead. That is your party. That is your time. But we're saying whatever you're doing, yeah? Whatever you're doing, do it with the conscientious thought that there are events whereby you need to be mindful thereof, that persons' privacies and other things are important to them. And in that circumstance, you're actually showing the house of the parliamentary representative, yes, the state or state official, more or less. Yeah? Gotta be careful with what you do when you do it. Yeah, there is a lot of implications when it comes to that. So you can't just go around and state official. Yeah, she's a state official. The parliamentary representative, the parliament recognizes her as a official of the state, and so you gotta be careful. You only just go and stand up by the Governor General residence and be flashing pictures. Yes, we know you guys lack a lot when it comes to protocol and understanding security breach and so on and so forth. Yes, so we're asking, persons in the back in the class that they outside watching through the window and thing, go and tell a princess, hey, think she might still have my number. Yeah? Thank you so very much. So I just wanted to ensure that I disseminate that information. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to jump on the conversation today that surrounds mainly youth and youth development in Grenada. Now, for the last two budgets read, well, we can say from the inception to now, since this government has taken office, the young people of Grenada, Carriacou, PD Martinique have seen three youth ministers. Three youth ministers. Yes? Record. They don't speak about those history. Everything else they speak of, it relates to, what is historical. Yes? So, whatever is historical, they normally highlight it. Somebody's in the comment section, somebody said, can you please highlight Honorable Emlyn Pear qualification and achievements so your viewers that don't know will know? I don't have privy to it, but I am certain that her qualification surpasses the acting prime minister when the prime minister is not in state. I am certain about that. That is one thing I can put my neck on the block. So even as the political leader of the opposition, yes, and a parliamentary representative, I am certain that when the prime minister is out of state, the qualification that she has surpasses the acting prime minister. That is what I'm certain about. I may not know all of her qualifications, but I can make that information privy to you. But I am certain that without even having the figures the information in front of me, I am certain that every time that we are left with a acting prime minister in that of Honorable Andy Williams, the opposition leader's qualification surpasses him by far. and her achievement. That is what I can say to you. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2021, the youth budget in Grenada would have seen a 43% increase over the 2020 figure, and we're speaking 2021. Right? $40.4 million was the allocated funding. The New Imani program, the allocation for it was 17.9 million of this budget. The capital budget for 2021 would have been financed by grants, loans, and local revenue. The economy expectation and experience was a worse downturn than what we would have seen in years. The medium-term fiscal frame for 2021 to 2023 included revenue, expenditure, so on and so forth. So the political organization of the past would have allocated over $40.4 million for youth and youth development through many different fronts. For the past 2 years after 2022 general election, we have seen a serious decline in that budgetary allocation. And we still await whether or not we may see an increase, being today's date being the 28th of January. We are yet to see or hear anything as it relates to the budget. Now, the fact of the matter is this. When you sometimes sit back and decide for yourself, you are going to give this political administration an opportunity to prove themselves and say, you know what, let me hear what is really happening. Maybe I am the person that is not listening or going through the right processes. So today, I decided I wanted to hear the deliberations of the youth parliament, or sorry, not the youth parliament, but the Minister of Youth in Parliament. So I took the time off and I said, no matter what I'm doing, I want to hear the deliberations of the youth parliamentarian, or the youth minister, in Parliament. And so I gave myself the opportunity to listen. But I want all you to listen to understand where I'm going. And listen what within the focal point of youth and youth development that, and how long the deliberation took of the Minister of Youth of the state. Listen to this. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. Listen to the deliberations of our Minister of Youth.
Good morning to everyone, and let me take this opportunity to wish everyone a very productive 2025. Mr. Speaker, allow me to update this Honorable House of some of the very important initiatives under the ministry. Mr. Speaker, the issue of lighting of the cricket stadium, and I want to highlight Progress Park since it's so very important to us in St. Andrew. We promised to light the Progress Park in 2025, and I'm pleased to report that we are one step closer in realizing that reality. The tendering process has been completed. Contractor has already signed the contract, but more than that, Mr. Speaker, a down payment, according to the contract, was made to the contractor, and so very soon we'll have the cricket stadium being done for us by the same contractor, and the Progress Park, which is part of our upgrade and our improvement as it relates to sporting facilities across Grenada. As a government, we have promised that we will improve sporting facilities across Grenada, and so this is a start of what we'll see in 2025. Mr. Speaker, last Saturday, I had the privilege of attending the Youth Explosion event in Carriacou under the theme, Resilient Rising, Rebuilding Hope After the Storm. The event was a powerful showcase of our youth's creativity, entrepreneurial spirit, and resilience. Through vibrant booths, talent display, and meaningful engagement, the young people of Carriacou and Petite Martinique remind us that they are just the leaders, they are not just the leaders of tomorrow, but they are the change makers of today. Our government remains committed to supporting their growth through youth programs, entrepreneurial initiative, and cultural development, empowering them to overcome challenges and thrive. Mr. Speaker, this is part of activities in 2025 for young people. So this kind of activity or similar activities will be duplicated across Grenada. And so we look forward in 2025 to working and providing all the necessary support to our young people. I thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there we had it. There we had it. The deliberation from the Minister of Youth in Grenada. This is all that was there to be presented. Can you imagine this? This is all. The stadium, Progress Back, a youth forum held in Carriacou, and a promise that it would be duplicated and continued for the year. Our Minister of Youth. A time in Grenada when young people are called or being called upon to act and continue to act and develop themselves to do better. This is the deliberation of our Minister of Youth in Grenada in 2025. That is all that was there to be presented. Believe it or not, the lighting of Progress Back have always been a conversation. And I would go deeper into it, and I was supposed to, but I said, let me just deal with it first. And realize that to them there is no urgency. Be mindful that Progress Back is the training ground for the present GFA Super Knockout. Well, every competition of football in Grenada, it is the training ground for Paradise Football Club International. So it is the training ground for them. And so they have been so successful for the past year or years that the contractor that have been given the job have to complete the national stadium first. And so they didn't see it fit to say, well, okay, you know what? It is important that Progress Back be lit. Because, I mean, that is the training ground for Paradise FC within our constituency. Instead, they give one contractor both jobs, and a payment was made. Catch where we going already. Catch where we start to go already. Yes. Catch where we going already. Because what to them is important, and what she stated when she said she crossing the floor with the interests of her constituency. The tongue of St. George take precedence over our constituency right there and then, as the minister responsible for. Feel they could fool me? They are fooling me. So this is deliberation, just about 3 minutes or more. With so many young persons out here asking for that level of attention and what government is doing. Our Minister of Youth and Youth Development can only give us a 3 minutes deliberation. Yes, that is what we have to work with, ladies and gentlemen. And we're not speaking that there should be anything that is not budgeted for. But we just had a past year. We were first month in the year. And so, at least, You could have told us what would have happened in the last 3 to 6 months. But nothing is happening in Grenada, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to youth and youth development. And believe you me when I tell you that. This is a political administration that cares less as it relates to what comes from, to, and to help young people. Again, I would go and say, remember yesterday, the figures that was given? Over 400 and something million dollars. And the government of the past could have allocated over $40 million for them. At this stage, ladies and gentlemen, at this stage, where young people are asking, echoing the sentiment of the attention by this administration, this is what was deliberated. You see how short it is? You see how short it is? Now I am certain, just like me, let me take a look at it. We don't want to mind the business. We want them to tell us. So we could take with time now,
Thank
go on
you,
Facebook.
MP4.
We could go on Facebook now and we could maybe type in, what is going on in the Ministry of Youth, because I saw somebody posted something today concerning Empower 2.0. Because they're still behind the 2.0 thing. So I am taking the time off, ladies and gentlemen, right now as we're speaking right here. And I'm going into the Ministry of Youth and Sports and so on. I'm going to stroll and see what is happening. Yeah? Ministry of Sports. Game 1, well, Subway. Well, that was basketball, PVC basketball thingy. All right, independent swim. Basketball competition again. Basketball competition. Basketball. Everything on the page are going down. We look at, they have our very own Zinzi Noel, who's been recognized there. What again? Look, nothing, I tell you. Look at that is where she spoke about, and look at it on Facebook here. We promised a light progress back in 2025, and we're one step closer making the dream a reality. The tendering board has approved the contractor, and the contractor has been signed. The contract has been signed. Yeah, we are not distracted. Our eyes remain focused on the people's business. Promise made, promise kept. Everything that she just read. Yes, keep that athletic program workshop. I tell you, there is nothing on here where these persons are using their heads, the initiatives are coming from them. Elevate program, well, we don't even go in on there. We don't even go in there, because this is the same Elevate or you condemn. This is the same Elevate or you condemn. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am employing to all our young persons that might be listening, get interactive, and very soon we will have a lot of information on our social media accounts. TikTok, we're going to get involved there. Facebook, Instagram. The NNP Youth Arm will soon be disseminating information of such sort. Yes, working along with our public relation. Yes. So we want to just say that to you guys. You guys are not going to be left in the wilderness by this political administration. I want to implore to some of you guys, if you go through social media, there's a lot of companies that are putting it out there that they're looking for persons, vacant position to be filled, and I would encourage you guys to go on them. If it means that you want to reach out to some of us, yes, my number is going across this screen. Call us. Let us know what your issues are. And on Sunday, I was given the task as it relates to communication committee. And therefore, it is our importance to keep you guys abreast with everything that is happening. Information as they come. Yes, If you want to be part of if you have a son, a daughter, a young person that wants to be part of the communication committee, my number is going across the screen. Give me a call. Let's have a conversation. Let's get involved. Yes, because I am one person that can be in every one of the constituencies. So as much people as we can, get them involved in terms of communications within the party. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, moving on nicely. I don't know how many of you guys saw that piece of clipping, but however, it has been made official. Don't want to just say it and all you hear it on Royalty James' program, and that is not true because he's just alleging things. So let me just make you guys listen to this.
In an update on Monday, Permanent Secretary at the Department of Public Administration, Lindona Hilaire Marshall, confirmed that the 3% and 6% salary deductions from public sector workers' wages for the new contributory pension scheme have officially commenced. The deductions will be reflected in employees' salaries at the end of January. The implementation follows the enactment of the Public Sector Employees Pension Fund Bill 2024, which came into effect on January 1st, 2025. This legislation aims to provide unestablished public sector workers who are not eligible for pensions under the existing 1958 non-contributory scheme with retirement benefits under the new contributory plan.
We did say the intention was to start on January 1st, and we're happy that the pension is in effect from the 1st of January 2025. So workers will start seeing proof that they are part of the pension as of the end of this month. We weren't able to take out the first payment with the bi-monthly as we envisaged because there's a lot of little hiccups with regards to credentials, and I mean that is something that we really have to do a lot of focused effort towards cleaning up because the data is not where we would like it to be even at this point.
She revealed that as of February, the 3% and 6% deductions will be done in accordance with government's bi-monthly payment of salaries.
Okay, so the 3% deductions will be for people who are earning under the NIS ceiling. And the 3 and 6 is for people earning above the NIS ceiling. So as we did say, the first portion that is in line with the NIS ceiling will attract 3%, and thereafter the difference between the ceiling and the person's salary once it's over the ceiling will attract the 6%. So it's 3 below and 6 above. So that's what our members would see as at the end of January 2025. Next month they would see the half. 1.5 and 3% in the first payment tranche, and then the same thing at the end. So it would be twice.
As of this week, Marshall disclosed that over 4,000 public sector employees will see the deductions applied to their salaries, marking a significant step toward the rollout of the pension program.
Well, the data from what we've seen is about 4,300 plus people. But again, our data includes some of the trainees, and we do know that trainees are not part of the plan until they become an employee. So I can't tell you the exact data of the people who will see the deductions because the data that we have is a full complement that includes the trainees. So when we do our reconciliation with the Ministry of Finance, we will be in a better position to tell you the exact number of people from whom the deductions was taken as of this month.
Prior to the deductions, Prime Minister Honorable Dickon Mitchell, along with the DPA, held a crucial meeting with public officers, providing an opportunity for workers to voice concerns and receive clarity regarding the changes. Marshall affirmed that such engagements will be ongoing. Forum TV News, Troy Gill.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it is not an allegation. So don't go and say you hear it on Prince's program and he don't know where you get the facts. Government have started or will be starting the process as it relates to the pension contributory funds. And so it will happen. And you know what is funny about this, ladies and gentlemen? you realize the prompt, and the PS would have admitted it. The information, the process is not where they want it to be. You see, and that is why I play the clip. The process is not where you want it to be. But you're going about it any case. You're being asked questions, you're not certain as to your numbers and the approximation and so on and so forth. But you're going in head first without a care in the world. This is what you're going to do, and this is what will be happening. That is it. And realize the promptness in when this political administration want to take your money. Very prompt. You see that? Even a situation where they have to pay, you know, here they say they go start in November or September. And ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this conversation of this pension payment, the voices that are being heard is not from the NNP's camp. You're hearing legal counsels, you're hearing trade unionists, and other persons that are aware that there are certain clauses within there that are unconstitutional. And as one of the councils would have said, it's just a matter of time before some process is brought before the magistrate's court again. But I want to read what somebody would have wrote on their Facebook page today, and this is coming from Annette Mitchell's page. She says, public announcement to the Prime Minister and governments of Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martinique. On behalf of the unestablished and contract workers of this nation, we didn't vote for you the last election for you to come with a new pension scheme. We voted on the promise that we would be made permanent within 1 year of you and your cabinet assuming office, so that we can enjoy the benefits that has already been achieved and given to all established or permanent workers. Such the 1974 pension package, as evidenced by being fought and won for by Mrs. Armstrong, that the court demanded payment of. So, on behalf of all the workers, we refuse this new pension scheme because it's not justly and fairly designed for us and for our future generation. I thank you. And definitely, ladies and gentlemen, persons didn't vote on that. Persons did not vote on that. No, there are so many questions, and one raised by even the political leader during the last sitting, as it relates to budgetary fundings and the process of the budgetary allocations or collections of these monies. Is this a situation where when sent in or when collected, that is just sitting in an account waiting for you to give to you 40, 50 years down the road? Is that what is going to happen? Is it a situation whereby if I come, like how I would do in NAS, and find out what is my contribution, and I would be able to get an allocation or an estimate amount as to my, take it to mean that, you know what, let me see if I can get a little loan on it. There is so many unanswered questions that it relates to you now stating that, listen to me, there's a deduction of 3 to 6%, and this is what we're doing, and this is what is going to be happening. The high-handed form of leadership of this administration, the lack of consultation, the lack of educating. You're taking out 3 to 6%. You had one meeting, and then you're stating that in going forward, we're going to meet with other persons. But what are you meeting with me for again? You don't take in all the monies. Why you come and tell me? You have already made the decision to take the monies. It is rolling out from January. So in February, March, April, May, June, going down the road. Why are you meeting with me to tell me? You taking it already? Is your money? You're not working for it to take it? It is your monies. As to the process of the contribution, and many persons speaking as it relates to being it for the unconstitutionalized why about it. Persons are asking. Persons need clarification. Persons are seeking clarification as it relates to all that they're hearing. Different clause and certain things, and instead of taking the time off to say, you know what, let's roll this off after we meet with every person or all and sundry. Let us meet with everybody. You have a little meeting after the sitting, and then the uproar started in the country and persons started to talk. The Prime Minister said, okay, let's meet with them. And they met with them on one occasion. And so the only reason why, as they stated, it didn't come out in January is because they had little hiccups, as is mentioned, or as was mentioned. But after you said to take all the money now, you say you want to do a conversation with the person's money that you're taking out. So rob me and come back and sell me cow for me, man. Rob me and sell me cow for me. Take me goat and then come back and tell me that the price you want for it. That's how I see it. You put the cart before the horse. Because persons were not consulted, not educated. They are legal persons within the state that are speaking as it relates to the whole bill heading to a direction where it is not within the constitution, and as a legal person sitting at the top, you didn't set to say, you know what, let us step back a two. Let's wait a little while. Let's go through this thoroughly. And let's ensure that persons are educated as it relates to what we're really looking for. And as Ms. Spear would have asked in the parliament, as to what is the budgetary consultation? When a bill is presented within the court, and tomorrow maybe I will have to get the legal process of it. Because when a bill passes through the parliament, and not the court as I mentioned earlier on, I do want to apologize. That when it is presented, there are certain budget that must go with it. But you see, we have glued our top and bottom jaw and fastened everything after Dr. Mitchell's administration would have left office. We have fastened our top and bottom jaw. And so the only thing that we're doing now is not even murmuring, not even making signs, but there is an utter silence on all those issues. And Dr. Mitchell, placard, march on the road, go slow. But all those processes are happening in Grenada. All those processes. And mind you, this deduction is still happening. All this is happening, and a budget has not been presented to the state as yet. Could you imagine that? A budget has not been presented to the state, and all this is happening. And what most of our media houses are doing is simply trying to get confrontational conversation. Because the main focus here is what would have happened when this is happening. What would have been done within the NNP? What is happening within the NNP? That is their focus. That is what they want to drive. That is what they want to drive. But the information that is important and pertinent to the state, you don't hear anything about it. Because at the end of the day, the focus is NNP. Kit Mitchell. Still. You hear other countries addressing the issue as to what is happening in the United States right now. Many countries, many leaders are speaking out. They're asking, what is going on? How are we to deal with that? Because there is a high-handed decision that has been made. And today, having been made public, it is to our understanding that over 148 immigrants will be on our shores. And it's no conversation, man. Bigger countries are seeking redress. Bigger countries are asking many questions. Some persons are standing steadfastly. Because some of those persons that are included are criminals. Serving time, having served time. But let me say to you guys, if two non-nationals was allegedly killed by our very own, allegedly, and the Prime Minister seek to state to this country that he would not promote such, I don't believe that this issue would ever be on his front burner. Ladies and gentlemen, the many cry out that we are hearing are from members and supporters on the other side. Because we have a team of supporters here that are part and parcel of the government and would accept whatever happens simply on the notion and fact that they don't want to speak to them. And even if they say, nothing will happen. As I said, and I continue to tell you, remember 2020, Friday evening, scrolling through social media, and the government wanted to present a particular bill to the House in terms of going into person's property and so on and so forth. I remember it was just about mid-morning when the information was made public. By 5 p.m. the evening, government would have sent out information stating that further consultations will be done on the bill. Mind you, it was just persons on Facebook talking. It was just persons on Facebook sharing their opinion. And when the voice of the people was sounded, the past administration and the leadership sought to seek consultation. And to date, ladies and gentlemen, that bill was not even brought forward in the House of Parliament. I don't know many of you guys could remember that situation. It was something to do where doctors and police officers would have had the opportunity to come into your property and sick persons that might have allegedly been having, flu-like symptoms and so on. I don't know how many of you guys remember that. And that piece of bill was made public. They were saying this is what. And immediately, the voice of the people sounded from the widows. And immediately, a government who understands that the people's voice are important, they say, hold on. Let me take it back to the drawing board. And here we have it. The administration not even seeking redress and consultation from the union. Imagine this. The body responsible for representing workers. This government went past them. The legal heads within the states. Remember who headed the referendum Remember the persons who were heading and part and parcel of the referendum? It was Dr. Alexis. Was one of the persons. A legal mind. And the past administration didn't seek affiliation or political affiliation. They just wanted to be able to have all and sundry on board in order to bring forth a referendum. And so they did not seek, this administration did not seek to consult with legal heads. The union who was expected to represent the workers, they didn't speak to them. I'm sure many of you guys only heard about that bill when it was presented in Parliament. That pension bill was only presented to the state, I believe more so, when it went to Parliament. This is the political organization and administration and government that we're dealing with to date. Very nonchalant as to what the people believe and want. We don't care. Say what you want. We're doing what we're doing. Or you can go in the treasury again. Or your supporters can get hand to mouth. That is the kind of response that is given by many of them. And here's the reason why I speak as it relates to democratic dons. Not saying that you're stupid, you know. I wouldn't be out here calling people foolish and those names. But you lack the understanding as it relates to governance and democracy and the understanding of those. So when you post something on Facebook and they come and tell you, why you move there, go and wash your old mouth and go and wash you below and you this and you that. This is political dunceness. Because if we can't have a conversation on my democratic opinion and my feelings and understanding, then you're coming to me with illiteracy. Because I don't see me speaking about pension and pension reform have to do with what away, where I staying, who is me mother, who is me father. And as you guys know very well, when they jump in the mud, nowadays I jumping in the mud behind them. Head first. But as I said, my son gave me a strict warning through his mother. He said to his mother, he said, tell daddy, I don't like when he's on Facebook making this kind of, malivenis. Yeah? And I choose to respect that alone. Yeah? And I want to continue to say that he is sometimes viewing, and I gotta be careful. Sometimes I just push the button a little bit. And so I just want to tell him, understand daddy, but he just say, nah. Yeah? So, ladies and gentlemen, this brings us to the end of this evening's broadcast. We want to continue to remind you guys, and let me say again, the person that are interested in wanting to be part of the communication committee, remember you will be vetted properly. We don't just pull in anybody in the house just so. Yeah? as we often say, as the political leader would say, invite them in the veranda. Yeah, you're going to come in the veranda. We could give you little things that you would understand. Young people, we see your neglect within the New National Party. Sunday last, we heard your voices. And so, when it comes to things of those sort, the New National Party thought it was fit to put a youth arm together to aid in form of reaching out to you guys, fostering and giving you guys that motivation that is going to be all well and good. Yes, no man is perfect. If you ask your mommy, your daddy, as to every political organization and administration that would have passed, no one is perfect. There are shortcomings. The New National Party lost the last general election. They have accepted the loss. And we are in recuperation and rejuvenation and revitalization stage. Even to the point where the past political leader have given up the mantle and said, I have had my share. The persons that are there is not old people, they experienced people. And with the integration of youthfulness and experience, what you want better than that? What you want better than that? A political leader stands upfront and personal with a 20 years experience as a politician. Before that, she was a teacher. And her achievement from since 2003. Her very first ministry being the Ministry of Youth. It's all the Imani program and all these other programs. Youth Parliament and all these things like that. This was a political person, a woman, I must say, that fostered all those things. Many things when it comes to youth in Grenada. You can say Miss Pierre played an essential part in that. And then Sister Kate took up the mantle. And as I said Sunday, is a short, tall person in the party. Eh? She might be short, but her height in terms of her knowledge and understanding and development and interaction is pure. When you're around Sister Kate, you feel like you want to be there. Want you to be there. You saw the video where she was dancing with about 3 young persons. And that is just natural. That is just the person. Yeah? And now, having passed the torch even further down, we have Sister Amanda Japal George. Yeah? Very out there, very understanding. Our public relation officer within the party, Kitaka Mawutu. Again, vibrant young people who knows and understands. Can develop, can push, can drive. You're there around these people. Right now, these people making me want to be around them. Yeah? I have friends outside of politics and we would lime. But if they call me and they say, listen to me, NNP youth, we're making a hangout. I want to be around them. Because when we are around each other, it's just a matter of vibes, it's a matter of laughter, it's a matter of love. And once you join the family of the youth arm or the NNP, this is what you would get naturally. Yeah? So we implore of you guys, adults, and so on. Please, tell those young people, go get registered. Don't ever say it's not important to exercise your democratic rights, right? Don't say all of them is the same. Yes? And we're going to be giving you more information as the time goes by. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, for being a part of this evening's program. It definitely was a pleasure. And so we want to see you guys ever so often, inviting persons on here, being here with us and encouraging. Yeah, because many of you guys do encourage. I want to say good evening to Miss Marilyn Ferguson. Definitely, this is one of the engine. You have some nuts on them when them liquor nut just fall out in some parts in some things and you have to bring it and they tell you, it's a liquor thing so that missing. This is Miss Ferguson for me. Yes, a pleasant good afternoon to you, ma'am, and God's blessings to you. We're going to definitely be here again tomorrow. Don't forget, on Sunday, starting Friday, the after work line that will be happening in Tempe. You can check that out. And on Sunday, we are at St. John's at the St. John's RC School. So, it was a pleasure being in your company. Do have yourself a wonderful evening. God's blessings to each and every one of you. My name is Royalty James. Get you right back here again tomorrow on another Class in Session program.
Turkey boy, you spend so long in America. What's your opinion about life in Grenada? How have we advanced Tell me what progress you see. What's your opinion? Express it openly. Well, my friend, I can't deny there is progress to be seen. Let me explain clearly so you can understand what I mean. There are ways in which our nation has gone forward rapidly, yet I see mixed and uncertain destiny. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you, we have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way, truly I can tell you, we have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have an international input like other nations. We have come a long way. We can play our music on 3 local radio stations. We have come a long way. We had several years ago developed local industries. We have come a long way. We have a cricketer playing now on the West Indies. What with retrenchment and unemployment figures on the rise, government's incompetence is among the people's cries. It is time to face the music, my friend, and realize we have come a long way. We have come a long way. We have come a long way. Yet we have a long way to go. Are you disappointed, my friend, at my reaction? We might disagree, but respect my opinion. Because that is one of the problems we have right here. People won't express themselves openly without fear. Sectarianism and party politics killing we dead. Artificial barriers prevent us from getting ahead. If we stop the ego trips and respect each other instead, we will be closer to social harmony. We have come a long way, people, let me tell you, we have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. Truly, I can tell you, we have come a long way, oh Lord. We have come a long way. We have a national college to promote higher learning. We have come a long way. Our people remain peaceful and very understanding. We have come a long way. We have promoted much local skill and talent in drama. We have come a long way. We have developed incentives to promote sport and culture. Yet when I see how we treat Papi Teta, local hero,